AKA Padders, welcome to episode 569 of AKA Pads, the Film Buff Podcast. Hey, it's me, your host, Peter A. DeLuca, and say it with me, what is up, my fellow film buff friends? We're going to talk about Barbie, we're going to talk about Oppenheimer. Those are episodes 570, and say, you guys know it's coming, 571. But we're talking something that kind of depresses me right now. If you're curious about the thumbnail, if you're curious about the title or the headline of this episode, we're talking Barbie Heimer. And the reason why I get, I'm just trying to get my thoughts here, everyone, so bear with me. We're talking movie marketing. We're talking things that go viral. And we're talking the overall state of theaters in Hollywood right now. We literally are in this impasse. We're in like a crossroads of everything from union strikes to marketing to content or movies that aren't quite landing, to the overall film goer going to the movies less and less. And how am I coming to this conclusion? People, you might be saying, Barbie's at $1 billion. Oppenheimer's making money, Peter. What is wrong with you? Clearly the marketing worked. No. I'm really, again, the film buff over here. We're talking about things that a lot of people have glossed over, that they ignored, that they've just maybe don't have the guts to discuss and define, and maybe quite eloquently put their finger on. Here's what I'm talking about. Long ago, you had a movie drop. You had 6, 7, sometimes even a year's worth of hype going into a release. There was a level of anticipation because we had big ideas, big directors, big budgets, every single star you can name. It was fun. And with that, we would have fast food tie-ins, snack food tie-ins, grocery store. Go to grocery store. Get yourself a Flintstones, the movie, something. Go to McDonald's. Get yourself a McRib. It was just fun. Toy aisles. Whole section. Independence Day. NCAP. Godzilla. Midnight Drop. Because we had to see what Godzilla looked like with that midnight toy line drop. That's right, not movie, toy line. The toy line had a midnight drop. And these movies, we can kind of argue, right? They vary in quality. They even vary in fun. Some are more fun than others. Everything I just named there, by the way, I absolutely love. Internet happens. We deal with digital media, streaming, digital on demand, new technologies, new consumer, new user habits roll in. And then the MCU happened, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this was really what kept everything afloat. Everything. The entire industry, the whole apparatus of the industry. I'm talking marketing, I'm talking production, movies, final product, hype, anticipation. And you can really say Avengers Endgame, probably like the last great blockbuster in the terms that I've just defined. I mean, given a lot of people showed up initially for Rise of Skywalker, people showed up for Spider-Man, Far From Home, No Way Home, the one that has all three of the Spider-Man. COVID happens, technology advances, consumer habits change. And we're right now in a historic run of nothing but movie losses. Disney has thrown everything against the wall, into the ether, and nothing has stuck. Disney is probably down $2 billion in film alone. I'm talking they've tried Star Wars stuff, they've tried Indiana Jones, they've tried new things from Pixar, they've tried everything you would want them to try from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But then we have Barbie Heimer. And it's called Barbie Heimer because the internet, not the industry, but the internet picked up that Oppenheimer, the movie, and Barbie, the movie, well, they were releasing the same exact day. And isn't that LOL? And it became viral, became a trend, trended for weeks leading into the drop of both of those movies. People thought it would be hilarious to go see Barbie, then go see Oppenheimer, to see the two of them in the same day, to waste 5 hours of your life, probably more. And the reason why it's tragic and the reason why it's upsetting is because it's not designed by the film studio. It's not designed by the film industry. This is something that's just lucky. It's a lucky effing thing. And then here we are. Now we have two movies to discuss. Two important movies for all kinds of reasons. For almost contradictory reasons. And they're important on a lot of film levels. Meaning, we have a master, Christopher Nolan, putting out another film. Gotta pay attention to it. Then we have Barbie, that's embedding itself into what we call the culture war. This might be the biggest culture war movie ever. This might be the biggest one we'll get. So that's important. What does that quite say? If you're not familiar with the culture war really is social justice warrior or woke ideas or even woke policies and ideologies wedging itself into popular culture, and some might say Marxist. I do believe there is a segment of that. A segment or a chunk. We'll just say chunk, like a chunk in a shark's tooth, like a chunk of meat. So we get this big, viral, fun thing that happens, and everyone's posting about it, and everyone's just enjoying the idea of going to see these two movies collectively together or within like a couple weeks apart. That's what I did. But it's not designed by the film studios. The people just chose it because they thought it would be funny. But we're still at the same problem. We're at maybe the most destructive writer's strike. We're at the most destructive actor's strike that we've ever seen. No one's really working. And all these studios are in their right, by the way, in their right. The film studios are moving towards alternate methods. AI technology. They have the capital to make advancements in AI. Period, people. They can do it, and they will. So we're at like a dawn of a new age, and Barbie Heimer might be the end of all of that also, what I addressed in the beginning. But nobody wants to discuss that. People just want to review Barbie, review Oppenheimer, tell you what they think, and move on. The people on the left want to tell you Barbie's not woke. The people on the right want to tell you it is. And then I guess we all agree that Oppenheimer is a masterpiece, right? This is a narrative that I'm speaking of. I'm not even speaking of my own take on both of those movies. We will get into that next episode. But I just wanted to set it up. I wanted to set it up for all of you. Barbie Heimer is the end of an era. It's over now. We will move on. We will persevere. We'll fight into the night. But we will not have the same Hollywood. AKA Pat here, the film buff. Talk to you later, kids. Rock and roll.